Hey everyone, it's Natasha and Carly from Brains, Bods, and Bubbles, and today we're here with our really good friend, Allie Jenkins-Bennett, and he's going to tell us about his journey with multiple sclerosis.
Awesome, so thanks so much for meeting with us, Allie. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
We're super excited to, just pick your brain a little bit. So we thought we would love to hear a little bit about your experience with MS, and we thought you could start by letting us know when you were first diagnosed.
I was first diagnosed when I was 19. I was playing hockey up in Dawson Creek and I went blind in my left eye. And after a period of time, it came back to about 95% vision, but then they did a MRI on me 6 months later and confirmed the diagnosis of MS, and they told me, good news, it's not a brain tumor, you have MS. And I had no idea what that meant, but it was the start of it's been a long journey.
Wow, yeah. That must have been scary, losing vision in one eye and not knowing what was happening.
For sure it was. Yes. But it's not how I expected my life would play out, but it's just different.
Yeah. And now, you don't have to say how old you are, but how long have you been living with MS?
I'm 32 now.
Me too. You're a spring chicken.
So I've been living with MS for around 13 years, and it progressed slowly at first, and it's picked up recently, but I just like people to know that it's not a death sentence. It's a big world. There's so much out there to do. I still have an incredible circle of friends, and may never have the 2 kids and picket fence and the dog, but I have the dog over there, and so 1 out of 3 ain't bad. And yeah, that's all I got for right now.
Awesome, thank you for sharing that. We also wanted to pick your brain about your experience with Branch Out Foundation.
It's hard to put into words how much the Branch Out Foundation has meant for me. It was scary going blind in the left eye, but my biggest initial fears was that I was gonna become a burden, and right from the jump, I've never felt that way in the 10 years I've been participating in Branch Out. I even felt like an important part of the event, and the people that come there are at the top of their fields. They're athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, psychologists, nurses, doctors, every top people you can think of, and they all treat me like a peer right from day one, and it's been incredible for my self-confidence.
That's great. And for those of you who don't know, Branch Out Foundation supports funding for non-pharmaceutical research for neurological disorders. So the bike tour is an annual event that they hold in June, which we were all just at, which was incredible. So make sure you check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah. Should we ask our questions?
Yeah.
So we have 3 questions for you, Allie. So the first question is, what do you do to stay physically healthy?
Physically healthy, that actually connects back to Branch Out. That first bike tour, I met a girl there that was a trainer at a place called Synaptic Spinal Cord and Neuro Rehabilitation Center, and she introduced me to everyone there. I've been going there for around 7 years, and it's been amazing seeing the physiotherapists, kinesiologists, massage therapists. I've even done Pilates.
Awesome.
When I don't when I don't exercise and keep physically healthy, it's easy to get in a rut, and then that affects your mental health, because I'm sure everyone knows it's all so linked. And yeah, connecting to Synaptic has really kept me physically healthy.
Awesome. Nice. The next question is, what do you do to stay mentally healthy?
mentally healthy, I think I have to remember to reach out to friends, because again, I said I've never been treated like a burden. I know most people, they really like to help. I like to help, so I can't see why other people don't like to help. And so if I reach out to friends and remember that I'm still a person, I'm just a different person than I was, but no worse, no better, and friends keep me grounded and connected to the outside world and forget the struggles of the day-to-day life with disability.
Yeah. I think that's great advice for anyone too, just to reach out when you need it.
Yeah.
And then our last question, and then I've got a bonus one coming up. But our last question is, what advice would you give your younger self?
I would tell myself it's a big, big world out there, and there's still so much. I've gotten recently into scuba diving, and
Cool.
I fancy myself a aspiring world traveler. I've definitely got the travel bug, and I'm really into world events. Growing up, I was 100% focused on sports, and there's just so much more out there to experience. At the bike tour, I met a friend named Katie, and she's doing sounds weird but also really interesting, death dinner over death, where people have a meal and talk about death, and people just have such very interest. I also met a neuro nurse that's picked up the ukulele, and she can play 3 Johnny Cash songs, and
Awesome.
people are just so cool. There's so much out there to experience.
Yeah.
And you just gotta do it.
Yeah, it's never too late to learn something, for sure. And this kind of goes back to the last question, but do you have any advice for anyone else who has just been diagnosed with MS?
My advice would be that an MS diagnosis is not a death sentence. When I first was diagnosed, I thought if I have to walk with a cane, that's going to be the end of my life, and it definitely wasn't. And I thought if I end up in a wheelchair, that's going to be the end of my life, and it definitely wasn't. And so those are just tools to let you keep experiencing all that there is out there, and there's so much that you can still do. And I heard Crystal this weekend say that focus on what you can do, not what you can't do, and I think that was spectacular advice. Crystal's a very wise woman.
Yeah, she is. As you know, he's talking about Crystal Phillips, who is the founder of the Branch Out Foundation, and she also deals with MS. She's incredible, but so are you.
Yeah.
So I just hope you know that you're very inspiring to all of us, and you're just killing it. Thank you so much. For telling us about your journey.
Thank you guys.
Awesome. Well, thanks. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Whoa.